name is Joe Hoffman, and we're at the processing pad of Hoffman Composting, where we recycle any kind of food scraps, including meat, cheese, bones, you name it. We're located in Johnson City, Tennessee, and our service area for the collection service is Johnson City, most of Johnson City, please check the website, and downtown Jonesboro. But we have folks that come from all over to drop it off for free, and that's an option too. Okay, this is our timer, and so I can control down to the second how long the fans are on and off to aerate the processing compost. They're hooked up, this timer is hooked up to our photovoltaic system. And this trough here, it's covered up right now, but the purpose of it is to collect any liquids that may come off the processing compost, and it goes to a subterranean tank and then is pumped back out onto fresh material so that it's not released into the environment. These bags look like they're plastic, but in fact they're made from a substance called PLA. They're fully compostable, certified, tested, compostable. So they break down during the normal course of composting within a few months. Okay, after the material has processed up on the processing pad for a month, we bring it down here. There's a city truck that's bringing one of my batches down in what we call a roll-off container. He's going to dump it here so that I can cure it over the next 4 months. Leaves on top of there. That's to help insulate it so that the entire mass gets to a proper temperature to take care of any pathogens that might have been in the material. Good. Okay, at this point the material is not ready to sell. It's still going to have to cure for another 4 months, but it's been through the initial processing phase. It's fully free of any pathogens that may have been in the food scraps, and well on its way to becoming compost. After that, we bring it onto the pad, and then we screen it with this vibrating screen here. And when it's screened, we get our finished product, and this is what we sell. This is what we call our premium. It's the food scraps, leaves and wood chips, screen compost. And we also have Bed Builder, which is a leaf compost with soil. Households can either join our collection service, where we come by every week. We drop off a clean empty bucket, we take the full bucket, and whenever you need, we bring and give you liners, compostable liners for that bucket. That's $20 a month for that service. We also take any kind of metal, and our neighbors take it in. So on the food scraps, things we don't normally think of with composting, meat, cheese, bones, bread, fine. If you do it at home, it's a problem. But it's bigger, it's capped, it's aerated, it's a lot hotter, so I can do that. For those people who either live outside of our collection service area or live within it but would rather not pay the $20, there is a free option if you bring your food scraps and or your metal to the facility when we're open. And you can always check online when our open hours are and the gates open. Now it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, noon to 5. But yeah, you can just bring them here. If you'd like to buy a bag, you can buy a bag of finished compost. But the food scraps, you just dump them in here. I cover it with overs from the screening until I take them to be processed. And again, just no foil or anything like that, no plastic wrap. And metal, you can dump in one of these barrels marked metal. And if it's too big to fit in the barrel, don't worry at all, just put it on the ground. It'll be taken in to be recycled. And you can see that it's any kind of metal, even cables, wire, because where it's taken, they have a stripper to take the insulation off. Okay, I'm very happy to be doing this business because I think it's extremely important for us to recycle our organic material and our metals, especially those two waste streams. As much of that as we can keep out of the landfill and certainly out of our waterways, the better. Another benefit of what we're doing is that it saves landfill space. We have a good landfill here in town, Iris Glen, and I feel like we should get as much use out of it as we can. So why fill it with things that we can recycle into beneficial uses like the metal and the organics? We are local leaders for litter-free Tennessee.